Alright guys, so we just saw season 3 episode 6 of Barry. It was called 710N, and the promo we saw last week was the blonde guy that we saw. We end up finding out his name is Mitch, and he has the best, I've never heard of such a thing, unless they're saying baguettes. I've heard of baguettes, I've never heard of bignettes. Mitch, who apparently had an awakening, decides to open a franchise at these places. He has a line around the block, and I don't know what is better, his big nets or his information. He has advice like no other. Everyone goes there. Everybody. NoHo Hank, Barry, Sally was there, I'm pretty sure. Everyone was there. I can't remember everybody right now off the top of my head. But pretty much half the cast we saw go to Mitch's. Mitch is amazing. I can't lie. He eyes up NoHo Hank and goes, you know what, dude? You seem pretty rad. I think we should be business partners, lifetime business partners in this franchise that is up and coming. And I just started the first one. I want to go out. I want to do this and blah, 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 blah. NoHo Hank probably would have been better off teaming up with Mitch. He seems pretty chill. He seems out there, but it seems like it's working. I go with what works. And he seems a pretty chill dude. I would hang with Mitch. He doesn't seem like he's wrong with the advice he gives. Taylor's sister and the motocross team that went after Barry at the end of the episode was frigging insane. It doesn't surprise me for a show like Barry, but they were shooting machine guns into traffic-filled roads. Probably killed a good dozen people at least if this show was being somewhat realistic with a body count. Fuchs could have lived his happy life again and chose not to. Let's jump into the promo. I'm going off on a rant. We'll talk at the end. You guys want to see more of what I do, full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you're only seeing on Patreon. The link is at the end. If you're seeing these on YouTube, there's a bunch of shows that I had to put on the back burner, and I'm putting them up on Patreon right after I watch them. Immediately after I see them, they go up in full on Patreon. I just don't have time to edit everything, so I put up the promos to let you guys know they're there. If you want to see them, it's up to you. I'll try to edit them up when I can. This past episode, episode 6, was probably my favorite of the season so far, just because of the complete insanity of it all. But let's jump in. Season 3, episode 7, promo for Barry. Here it is. All right, interrogation room. Camera in the corner. Albert. I think he's talking to Barry. What's his face gonna look like?
Hi.
Hi. Nah, it's not Barry. All right, guys, upon first examination, I was thinking that is Albert. Albert and Wen. Albert, I'm assuming, has a fondness for Barry, being as Barry was there when he got his cheek blasted off, and Barry went and lost his mind and snapped after that. He called him the ice machine and laughed about it with Chris's wife. We saw what happened at the end of the episode. I didn't want to talk about it in the beginning, but Barry is possibly poisoned by Chris's wife. Ex-wife, he's dead. So I guess it's his ex-wife, his widow. The episode is called Candy Asses. I have to assume that is not Barry in front of Albert. Albert went like, hi. If it was Barry, I feel like he would have been like, Barry, what's up, man? And they would have already been like chatting it up. He wouldn't have waited till he sat before him and then went like, hi. I feel like that's what you do to somebody you don't want to talk to, somebody that you feel like might be hurting somebody you like, somebody that you don't trust. I feel like the guy before him is Fuchs. That's my guess. I'm going to go with Fuchs because Fuchs has already headed back our way, unless it's one of the motocross people. Maybe one of the motocross people survive, but Fuchs is on his way back. He is getting in touch with Janice's father, who is the guy from Grey's Anatomy. I don't know the actor's name, but I love him. He's good in everything I've seen him in. He is great at that role, which he's mostly that guy. He's mostly like the older, intimidating guy. But either way, I think it's Fuchs. I think Albert found Fuchs, and that's the Raven to them. They know that NoHo Hank pointed him out to be the guy that's behind it all, and Albert said, nah, I don't think so. He said, I don't think that's the guy. Maybe now he's trying to help Barry. Maybe now he realizes Barry needs to get out of this shit, and we'll pin it on the Raven. Fuchs. Fuchs ruined it again. He could have got away. He could have married the girl, beautiful girl. The dad gave his blessing. He could have been set up with a whole crew and a family and everything, and Fuchs just can't let things lie. The dad even said, God shows you signs, and there's the paper of Barry with Gene Cousineau, the man who's about to get his own show. So much happens in this show in a short amount of time. But based on what we just saw in the promo, I got to assume that, obviously, Albert is interrogating somebody or questioning somebody, and based on the fact that he didn't act immediately happy, it's got to be someone he doesn't like or doesn't trust. And all I can think of is Fuchs or NoHo Hank, maybe? I don't know. But that last episode, guys, insane. Go check it out. It's up on Patreon now in full, along with all the other episodes, dozens of other shows you'll never see on YouTube. I just don't have the time to edit it all, guys. I apologize, but go check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.